I have a couple flying into Oviedo tomorrow to buy a house, and I just pulled the list of homes I'm showing them. 19 homes, all between $400,000 and $500,000, all in the same Oviedo school district. 19, 9. So if you're about to sell your Oviedo home and you think that you can just throw a number out there and wait for the offers to roll in, I need to stop you right now, because the mistakes I'm about to walk you through are the difference between selling fast for a top dollar and becoming overpriced house that helps your neighbor's home sell instead. I'm Christine McKinley. I'm sold homes in Oviedo for about a decade, and these are the seller mistakes I see that cost people the most money, and I see these every single week. Okay, quick bit about me so that you know that I'm not guessing. I sell a high volume of homes right here in Oviedo every single year. I work with relocating families coming in from all over the country every single week. And I'm on both sides of these deals constantly. I see what makes buyers write the offer, and I see what makes them scroll right past it. In this video, I'm covering the 7 mistakes I see Oviedo sellers make. Curb appeal, the pool problem that nobody warns you about, overpricing, prep, picking the wrong agent, timing, and the emotional trap at the negotiation table. So stick around, because mistake number 2 is the one that out-of-state buyers react to the hardest, and most sellers never see it coming. Mistake number 1, and it's the very first thing a buyer judges before they ever walk through your front door, it's neglecting the outside of your home. I'm talking about your front landscaping, your curb appeal. The buyer pulls up, and within about 5 seconds, they've already formed an opinion. Overgrown beds, dead grass, tired mulch, a cluttered driveway. It all whispers this house wasn't taken care of before the buyer even stepped inside. And then there's the backyard, which in Florida is a huge part of the sale. If you've got a pool patio, a screened enclosure, and outdoor space, those are selling features if they're maintained. If they're neglected, they flip them from an asset into a liability in the buyer's mind. The big one here, and we're going to spend real time on it next, is the pool surface, because that's where I see the most money left on the table. Mistake number 2, and this is the one that I promised you, is the pool. Here's what most Oviedo sellers don't realize. A pool finish needs to be resurfaced every 10 years roughly, and sometimes even before that. And if yours is worn, stained, or rough to the touch, here's exactly what happens. The buyer walks up, looks at it, and the first question out of their mouth is always, how much does it cost to fix that, Christine? For a normal sized pool, resurfacing runs about $7,000 to $9,000. You have to drain the pool, pick a new finish, and you have to have the work professionally done. It's a big project, and it's not a weekend fix. But here's the part that really costs you as the seller, and it's more psychological. A lot of my buyers, they're relocating from up north where pools just aren't common. This is a huge learning curve for them. They already don't know much about owning a pool or the maintenance of it. It's a brand new thing that they're pretty nervous about, to be honest with you. So now they're standing in front of a pool that needs $7,000 to $9,000 renovation, and their brain goes straight to, if the surface is shot, what about the pump? What about the heater? What about the equipment? What else is wrong with this thing, and what else haven't they fixed? One worn surface plants doubts about the entire system. And a nervous buyer is a buyer who lowballs you, asks for a big credit, or just walks away to the next house. So if your pool surface is at the end of its life, that is something to deal with or price for before you list, not after a buyer sees it and uses it against you. Now, real quick, if you're getting value out of this, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. I put out honest, no hype content about living and selling real estate in Oviedo and Central Florida every single week. And I do not sugarcoat it, obviously. And if you're actually thinking about selling your Oviedo home, the link in the description goes straight to a free home evaluation, or you can book a call with me about this. I'll tell you what your home is realistically worth in today's market, not the market that we had 2 years ago, and any renovations that is actually worth it for your bank account. Okay, back to it, because mistake number 3 is the most expensive one on the list. Mistake number 3, and this is the big one. Overpricing because you think that we're still in the market that we had a couple years ago. We are not. The market is still good, so let me be clear, but it's not as hot as it once was. And I can prove it to you with the example that I opened up with. I have this couple who's coming into town this week to write an offer and pick a home. I have 2 days to show them those 19 houses, and they want to pick one of them. And yes, they are all in Oviedo, all pretty much in the same high school district. So think about what that means if you're a seller. My buyers don't have time to sit around and negotiate with someone who's overpriced. Even if they really like your home, they just don't have the time for it. They're here for a few days and they're writing offers. And if your home is just priced too high, they'll simply write an offer on a house that they like just as good and it's priced right. And here's the part that really stings. Overpricing your home doesn't just hurt you. It actually helps your competition, because when your house is sitting up there too high, the homes in the same condition, priced correctly, suddenly start to look like even better of a deal. You become the expensive cop that makes your neighbor's house sell faster. You are literally marketing their home for them. And I don't know about you, but I am not in the business of doing that. Mistake number 4 is underpreparing the home for the market. I see this all the time. And I want to take the pressure off here because this one's good news. You do not have to renovate. The single most important thing is cleanliness. A truly clean home, a fresh, neutral paint job will do more for you than almost anything else. Here's my list. Neutralize your paint colors. Get them to a soft off-white. Go through all of your clutter. Remove trash. Remove any extra stuff laying around. And here's what I tell my sellers all the time. You're going to have to pack anyways. You might as well start now and make more money. Organize your pantry. Yes, buyers open it every single time. Simplify your furniture so that the rooms feel bigger and the buyer can picture their life there, not yours. Even if your home's finishes are dated, cleaning it extremely well will make the biggest difference. I would rather show a spotless, decluttered home with older tile than a cluttered home with brand new finishes. And so would your buyers. Clean beats updated every time. And a gift for you whenever you list with us is that we help you with this. Mistake number 5, and this one's sneaky because it feels good in the moment, but hiring the agent who tells you to list at the highest number. And I get it. Somebody walks in and they says that your home is worth way more than what everyone else said. Of course you want to believe them. But here's the truth. An agent who just agrees to list at whatever number you want is not doing you any favors. They're setting you up to fail. The number has to have data behind it. It has to make sense to the buyer because trust me, these buyers are doing their homework. They are about to make the biggest purchase of their life. They are doing some serious due diligence. They know the comps better than you'd think. And this is why pricing right from day one matters so much. Those first few weeks on the market are the most important window that you get. We want your home to launch, to make an impact, to make a statement, to put maximum attention on your home, especially while it's the new listing that everybody's looking at. If you price it wrong, you burned through that launch window. You don't get it back. You end up chasing the market down when the price drops. And that is going to cost you money, time, and you're going to be really frustrated. Mistake number 6 is believing you have to wait for the spring or summer to sell. Everybody buys in the spring and summer, so that's when you'll get the most money. And yes, I absolutely have buyers flying into town all spring and all summer. But real estate in Oviedo is not only hot in the summer. People move year round for all kinds of reasons. Job, families, life changes. Demand doesn't just shut off in the fall. If you want to wait to list when everyone else lists, you have the most competition. Go back to my 19 homes in one school district. That's what a crowded market looks like. Sometimes listing in the slower season means fewer homes, fewer competition, same serious buyers. And your home gets to stand out instead of getting lost in the shuffle. So don't assume that waiting for the right season automatically gets you to a higher price. Often it does the opposite. Mistake number 7, and this is one that costs people at the finish line, letting your emotions negotiate for you. It's genuinely hard to negotiate over your own home. I was talking to some of my realtor friends and they both just sold their primary residences this past spring and they hated every minute of it. There are memories there. There's pride. There's the number that you have in your head. And that's exactly why having a realtor matters. Even my agent friends were saying that they wish that they had a realtor. You just need to be separated from your own home and your own emotions. You need a buffer between the business and those emotions. So my job is to show you the data, the numbers, and help you make the decision that has logical sense. I don't want you leaving money on the table, but I also don't want you losing a great buyer over something fixable because emotions were running high. Keep an open mind on that first offer. Every buyer negotiates differently. That first number might be way lower than what they're actually willing to pay for your home. So do not take it personally. Do not slam the door. Have your agent walk you through the numbers. And remember the theme running through this entire video. If your marketing is not compelling, or if your home is not clean, or if your price is too high, or any combination of those three, it will cost you in dollars. Get those three right and you'll be negotiating from a position of strength. So those are the 7 mistakes that I watch Oviedo, Seminole County, Greater Orlando sellers make. And almost every one of them comes back to those 3 levers. Price it right, clean it up, meaning prep work, and market it well. If you're thinking about selling your Oviedo home, let's talk before you make any of those mistakes. The link in the description goes to a free, no pressure home valuation, and you can book a call with me right there too. I'll give you the honest numbers for today's market. And I want to hear from you in the comments. If you've sold a home before, what is the one thing you wish you had known going in? Drop it below. Somebody about to list their home is going to read it and thank you. And of course, if this helped, hit subscribe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.